Lady Chatterley's Lover 2022 is a romantic period drama based on D.H., Lawrence's famous novel. The story follows Lady Constance Connie Chatterley, a young woman who marries Sir Clifford Chatterley after World War I. At first, their marriage seems full of love and hope, but everything changes when Clifford returns from the war paralyzed from the waist down. Their once passionate relationship turns into one of emotional distance, leaving Connie feeling trapped and lonely. Clifford becomes obsessed with managing his family estate and restoring his social status. Although Connie faithfully cares for him, he becomes emotionally cold and more interested in his work than in his wife. Their marriage slowly transforms into a partnership without affection or physical intimacy. Connie begins to realize that she is losing her happiness while living in the grand but lifeless mansion. As months pass, Connie struggles with loneliness and depression. The beautiful countryside surrounding the estate offers her the only escape from the suffocating atmosphere inside the house. During her walks through the woods, she begins to reconnect with nature, finding comfort in the peaceful environment that contrasts sharply with her unhappy married life. While wandering the estate, Connie meets Oliver Mellors, the gamekeeper who lives alone in a small cottage. Mellors is quiet, reserved, and avoids social gatherings because of his painful past and failed marriage. Although their first encounters are awkward, Connie notices his kindness and honesty, qualities she no longer finds in her own husband. Over time, Connie visits the woods more often and gradually becomes friends with Mellors. Their conversations reveal their shared dissatisfaction with society and the rigid class system that separates them. Connie feels truly heard and understood for the first time in years, while Mellors slowly lowers the emotional walls he has built around himself. Their friendship eventually develops into a passionate love affair. Their relationship is not driven only by physical attraction, but also by emotional healing and genuine affection. Together, they experience freedom, joy, and intimacy that neither has felt for a long time. The natural surroundings symbolize the rebirth of Connie's spirit. Connie begins spending more time with Mellors in his woodland cottage. Away from the judgment of high society, she discovers a simpler and more meaningful way of living. She laughs, smiles, and feels alive again, realizing how much of herself she had sacrificed in her unhappy marriage. Meanwhile, Clifford remains focused on his ambition and even suggests that Connie should have a child with another upper-class man to produce an heir for the family estate. His proposal treats Connie more like a means to continue the family name than as a loving wife. This conversation makes Connie fully understand how emotionally disconnected their marriage has become. Connie soon realizes she is deeply in love with Mellors. Their bond grows stronger despite knowing that society would never accept a romance between an aristocratic lady and a working-class gamekeeper. They understand the risks but choose to treasure every moment they have together. Eventually, Connie discovers that she is pregnant. Instead of feeling fear, she is filled with hope because the child represents a future built on love rather than obligation. However, keeping the baby's true father a secret becomes increasingly difficult, especially within the strict expectations of British upper-class society. Rumors about Connie's relationship begin spreading around the estate. Servants and local villagers notice her frequent visits to the woods, leading to gossip that threatens both her reputation and Mellors' livelihood. The growing suspicion creates tension and places enormous pressure on the lovers. Clifford eventually learns about Connie's affair and reacts with anger and disbelief. Feeling betrayed, he refuses to accept her happiness and demands loyalty despite having neglected her emotional needs for years. Connie finally confronts him honestly, admitting that she no longer wishes to remain in a loveless marriage. The scandal forces Mellors to leave his position as gamekeeper. Facing public judgment and uncertain futures, the couple is separated for a time. Despite the distance, neither stops loving the other. Their separation proves that their relationship is based on genuine commitment rather than temporary passion. Connie decides to pursue a divorce, choosing independence instead of remaining trapped by social expectations. She rejects the rigid class divisions and outdated traditions that have controlled her life. Mellors writes to her with hope that, once everything is settled, they can begin a new life together regardless of what society thinks. The film ends on a hopeful note. Although Connie and Mellors still face uncertainty, they believe their love is worth every sacrifice. Lady Chatterley's Lover is ultimately a story about choosing authenticity over social convention, emotional connection over status, and personal freedom over duty. It suggests that true happiness comes from living honestly and embracing love, even when it challenges the rules of society.